evaporate Team Liquid in front of their eyes.
Cloud9, usually NA's last hope, qualified to Worlds as a North American second seed. Cloud9 have not qualified as the second seed since 2014. The question on many people's minds is if the second week curse that affects North American teams will affect this team at this year's Worlds. Usually known for their meme-like personality, C9 will be looking to mark themselves as one of the best in the world, attempting to reach higher than their semi-final finish from last year. Regardless of losing 3-2 to Team Liquid in the summer finals, Cloud9 has shown a lot of promise with Nisqy and Svenskeren controlling the pace of most of their games. Can this be the year that Cloud9 wins an international title, or will they falter and fail to make it out of groups like in 2015? Top lane, Eric Licorice Ritchie.
Last case, they're gonna dive into the pit, plenty of damage available, but will they even stop the Baron as the smite? Oh, he gets to kill the juggler! Who's gonna get it? Oh! You gotta be kidding me! Licorice solo carrying this game!
C9 has always had some talented top laners, and that trend continues with Licorice. Replacing a world champion top laner is never easy, but Licorice has made it look rather impressive with 2 years of imposing play. Whether it's carrying on bruisers or being a rock with tanks, Licorice has proven to be the best native top laner in the LCS. Within his first year in the starting lineup, Licorice picked up Rookie of the Split while also making summer finals as well as world semifinals. It is important to note that Licorice did miss a few weeks during the 2019 summer split due to a wrist injury, and even if injuries of this kind are common with players, we will have to see if this has any negative impact on his play throughout groups. Jungle, Dennis Svenskeren Johnson. Svenskeren is one of the most well-known names in the North American scene. Even though Svenskeren has been part of teams in Europe such as SK Gaming and Ninjas in Pajamas, everyone heard of him when he joined TSM in the 2016 season. Svenskeren has found success in NA, winning 3 domestic titles, all with TSM. Throughout his time in TSM, many saw him as the weakest part of the team. Cloud9 bought Svenskeren for the 2018 season. He is known for aggressive playmaking on champions such as Lee Sin, Rek'Sai, and Gragas. Regardless of winning 3 domestic titles, however, Svenskeren was never able to perform to his standard until joining C9. With them, he has been able to advance to the knockout stage at Worlds for the first time in his career. During the 2019 summer split, Svenskeren was awarded the MVP award, finishing ahead of Doublelift and Core JJ. Mid lane, Yasin Nisqy Dinser. Nisqy's explosive style and vast champion pool have given Cloud9 an edge against many of the teams they faced in the LCS. This will be Nisqy's first appearance at Worlds after he failed to qualify with Splice through the regional qualifiers in 2018. Many fans felt acquiring Nisqy could be seen as a downgrade once Jensen left.
Personally, I don't think I like being compared to him. If people compare me to like Faker, then like sure, you know, like he's the greatest mid laner of all times, right? But like Jensen, like he didn't even accomplish like a lot.
But Nisqy has shown that he has the qualities that can bring C9 domestic success again soon. Much like C9's other solo lane, we have seen different styles come out of the mid lane that can keep opponents on their toes. It will be important to see how Nisqy responds to being on the world stage for the first time in his career. Will he falter or will he succeed in helping Cloud9 go deep into this year's Worlds? AD carry, Zachary Sneaky Scuderi. When you talk about a franchise player, few players come to mind. Faker and SKT, Bjergsen and TSM, and of course, Sneaky and Cloud9. Being part of the original roster acquired from Quantic Gaming, Sneaky has been part of the NILCS since 2013. Whether it's memeing or streaming, Nisqy has been a fan favorite for many and represents the way that Cloud9 has come to be known for, memes and longevity at the top. Regardless of the Sneaky and lane meme, Sneaky has always proven to be a huge factor for the team when it matters most. Sneaky became the first player to get 1,000 kills as well as 2,000 assists in LCS history. and it can be attributed to the CC heavy champions he uses such as Varus and Ashe. Nisqy has 2 LCS championships and has been able to be part of the whole Worlds experience, all the way from play-ins to semifinals. Will he be able to help Cloud9 reach the final at this year's Worlds? Support: Tristan Zeyzal Stidham. So Zeyzal is one of the most recent additions to the Cloud9 lineup. Coming in during 2018 Summer Split, Zeyzal was part of the changes made by the coaching staff when they benched Jensen, Nisqy, and Smoothie. Regardless of the changes and the 1-5 start, Cloud9 was able to bounce back and make it into playoffs as the number 2 seed. Zeyzal was a key part of the surge with his impressive plays on playmaking support such as Alistar and Rakan. Even though Zeyzal has been on the team for a little bit over a year, he has already been part of 2 domestic finals as well as semifinals appearance in Worlds. Zeyzal is said to have great shot calling and can prove to be a vital part of the squad for years to come. Whether it's the playmaking or his magical beard, fans and analysts have praised him and will be looking for him to make a big splash during the tournament. Head Coach Bak Riepert Hangyu. Riepert is one of the most respected head coaches in the North American scene. When talking about coaching staff, it is not fair to talk about just one person, as it is a team effort. The fact of the matter is, however, that Riepert has been a constant variable for the last 3 years. Is it a surprise that since C9 acquired Riepert, they have been the only North American team to make it out of groups at Worlds? Definitely shouldn't be. Ever since Riepert hopped into the coaching world, he has achieved a quarterfinal exit at worst. With his charismatic anecdotes, like the pregame brain check, he has made fans love the attitude he brings to the team. Riepert has won 3 Coach of the Split awards out of 7 times he has been eligible. He's the only coach to have won multiple awards during this time as well. This year, the coaching staff is rounded out by Rapidstar, former SKT and ADG coach, as well as Rainover, former professional jungler for CLG, Immortals, and Fnatic, to name a few. How did they make it? Cloud9 has been one of the more dominant teams throughout the last 2 seasons. With 3 consecutive playoff bye finishes, C9 have cemented themselves as one of the top teams in the region. During the spring split, TSM reverse swept Cloud9. Yet, due to finishing the regular season in 2nd place and there not being a 3rd versus 4th place match, C9 finished 3rd by default. During the summer split, C9 finished with a 12-6 record, forcing a tiebreaker against CLG. They subsequently won the tiebreaker and finished in 2nd place. Thanks to Clutch Gaming beating TSM in quarterfinals and Team Liquid qualifying for finals meant that C9 would be guaranteed a spot at Worlds. Cloud9 failed to beat TL 3-2 and thus qualified for Worlds as the 2nd seed for North America, a feat that had not been accomplished in 5 years. What to expect? This is the first time in 5 years that Cloud9 will not need to be part of the play-in stage. Some argue that this has helped the team with 1 more week of practice against multiple styles of play. Add that to the fact that C9 will have the first time Worlds attendee in Nisqy, and we could see some uncharacteristic mistakes from the Cloud9 side. The biggest benefit comes from the coaching staff. Regardless of roster changes, Riepert has been a big part of C9 and their international success. The brain behind the team can only do so much, however, and once the game starts, it is up to the players to deliver. We will have to keep an eye out how well Svenskeren can balance the pressure on the map, especially mid. Nisqy and Zeyzal might not dominate most 2v2 matchups, but they are usually on point when it comes to mid and late game fighting. Getting out of groups is a must, but could this be the year that NA's last hope can't deliver? We will have to wait until the group stage to see C9 in action, taking place October 12th through the 15th, but be sure to stay tuned to ESTNN for more team previews and Worlds 2019 coverage.